Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm so excited because today's video is going to be talking about pre-planning in the Simply layout. So for my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. You guys can find me here on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as Knit Plan Jess. Check the links down below. I think it's been a few videos since I've said that. I don't know why I changed it up, but I do. So if today's video, like I mentioned, pre-planning in the Simply layout. The Simply layout is this planner from the Happy Planner, and it's just simply, it's a simplified version of the dashboard planner. So you only have the weekly portion. You don't have that dashboard portion that's like can be utilized for a whole bunch of notes, a whole bunch of different reasons, etc., etc. So if you guys are curious how I'm going to be making this work, what else I'm going to be using, and what tools that I'm going to be using, make sure you stick around. So to start out, I'm going to kind of show you how I have my Simply layout pre-planner set up. So in here, I have a couple of the bookmark stencils, mainly because I like to use these in my regular planner. So this way it is just really easy within reach. So this one does not have the perpetual calendar. It has the year at a glance. I'm not going to be necessarily using the year at a glance, mainly because I use it in my actual Franken planner. So I basically have like a color for birthdays, holidays, and then a color for book club. And then in the perpetual calendar, I write everything in. So I'm not going to be using the year at a glance, but I'm still leaving it in there because why not? And then at the front, I have a whole bunch of different kind of filler papers. So these are some filler papers that I had created for a separate video about how you can be able to add filler paper into the Simply layout. So I have those. I have this filler paper. It is list on one side, dot grid on the other, and then on the inside you have note paper. I have the adventure, so like a section for notes, and then I love using this for a long to-do list, and then you have dot grid on the side. And then I also have the project. Oh, I have two more actually. I have the project in to-dos filler paper, so it's got running to-do list, and then you can be able to kind of write down like certain dates if you want to make sure you remember those. And then I also have this daily paper. This was released with the school, back to school. I basically am keeping it in here. So if there's a day that I decide that I want to use the really bright and colorful daily pages, then I can be able to use this instead of the regular. And then we jump into the planner. So I removed July. I didn't use July at all, so I just completely took it out. So for the calendar, I started basically writing in kind of like what videos that are going to be going in here. And these were actually written in July, like weeks ago. So in that way I can be able to kind of plan ahead. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I have literally no idea what that is. So I'm actually going to wipe that out because I don't think that is anything important. So let's just write that out. And then we go into the weekly. So I did start writing something in, then I was like, wait a minute, hold up, Jessica, you're supposed to be doing a video on this. So, but as you see, I'm basically going to be using this kind of for like ideas about dinner. So this was something that I actually wrote in last week. I came across an Instagram reel and I was like, I want to make that for dinner on Monday. So I wrote it in as kind of my reminder. And then I started keeping a piece of filler paper that has like things that I need to remember to do this week, but also important dates for future. I started making a list of the videos that I need to record because I want to also plan on updating my project and to-dos. So my intention for this particular video is to show you how at the beginning of every month, or like really right before the month starts, I'm going to be pre-planning for the full month. And then as the month goes on, I'm just going to keep my planner right here on my desk. So then that way I can be able to come across it. I can be able to go to the day and I can be able to write in my notes for that day. So it'll be really, really helpful. And then when I'm actually planning in my planner for the week, so for instance, let's go to August. I can be able to, while I'm working on this, I can be able to take a look at this one and be like, oh, look, I already have my meal plan, so I can be able to write it in. So let's go ahead and let me kind of show you how I'm going to break this down for actual planning. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I am going to be going into my perpetual calendar and basically looking at August, what's going on in August, and then that's going to be written in on the date. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at my monthly calendar. If it happens to be filled out, I can be able to write that in as well. A lot of times the things on here will also match up with the perpetual calendar, so it's kind of in two places at one time. And then I'm going to be looking at my August budget, or my August main August calendar, because that's where it's like I'm going to be having my bills, so I can be able to kind of write in also these are the bills that are due. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey Sky, are you hungry at all? No. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, so I'm going to be having this planner off to the side. So then that way, as I fill it in, it's just not going to be in my way. Now, if I do have any filler paper that has notes, I'm going to be keeping those here. So then that way I can be able to do those as well. And my social media planning is going to be the very last thing. So for starters, I am going to write down when we have our book club. And I think what I'm going to plan on doing is we're going to be color coding this. So I am going to do, let's do the monthly. On the monthly calendar, and I'm using my Zig clean colored dot markers. I love these because it just makes like a really nice dot. We're going to be putting it right here for my color coding, and basically I'm just going to be using colors that are kind of like related to whatever it is that I am writing down. So far, and I'm gonna go ahead and redo that. So far we have book club. Let's use red for social media. This is gonna be for meals. We're gonna use blue for my son. So like anything that he has going on. Let's do, I'm trying to find like a good color for me. I probably could have, kept these colors out and, did this part of it in advance, but clearly I didn't. And yeah, and then if something comes up that I need to add another color for, which actually I just thought of something, birthday / holiday. So yeah, so as I'm pre-planning, if something comes up, then I can be able to choose another color, add it to my color coordinated, what is it called? My key, that's what it is. Okay, so yeah, so let's go ahead and start putting this stuff in. But yeah, this way all I have to do is just do a dot, and then I just put in my little notes. And I really, really like this because then this way, like I mentioned, as I am doing as I'm doing my actual weekly planner, I have everything literally right here and I don't have to worry about forgetting something. So I would like to know, do you guys do any pre-planning in your planners? And how do you typically do the pre-planning? So a lot of times my pre-planning would typically be on like post-it notes or just kind of random pieces of paper. Um, so when I kind of realized that by just kind of putting it on post-it notes, I was losing them. I was, forgetting where I would put them. Even filler paper, if I didn't put it back into my planner, I would lose it. And then I would kind of forget like what was going on. So by having a pre-planner, then it's going to really help me in making sure that we are not forgetting anything, or that I'm technically not forgetting anything. And I think what I'm actually going to do, instead of putting meals in here, I think we're going to leave the meals to be in there. Um, so now that also means that I may not necessarily need a color related to meals. However, if there is something that I need to pick up, I can always add in like a piece of filler paper, and then that way I can be able to write in, this is like an ongoing grocery list. I actually really like that idea. So yeah, I will do an ongoing grocery list. And I actually am going to potentially not do that on Monday just because I need to kind of figure out what's going on next week with like my son's schedule and stuff. Oh, and then actually now I was thinking about it, I want a color for just like basic to-dos. So this way I have 7 different colors. And let's see if I can remember what these colors are all going to be. So I realized today that my son starts school next week on the 10th. What on earth? Like, it to me it is crazy that school is already starting up in a week. I don't understand it. At the same time, I'm also glad because I have kind of missed having like a quiet house during the day. So I'm excited about that. Okay, and then I'm basically, now that I've kind of have, oh, you know what? What I'm also going to do, because this is kind of the thing where if I have to-dos that I want to get done, but I know for a fact that like I need to kind of figure out when I'm going to be able to do it. That's when I'm going to just kind of have like a piece of filler paper in there that I can be able to move as I go. And this can be for ongoing projects. So I have this idea that I want to take a lot of the pages that are in my current reading journal and I want to basically create a printable version of it. So I've decided that I'm going to start making a list of what pages that I want to create. And that's basically what this filler paper is going to be. And I'm really excited about that. Just because, like, as I'm kind of looking towards 2024, I know for a fact that I want to do another reading journal, but I don't know if I want to take the time and draw everything out. So if I create printables, then It's just going to be really easy for me just to obviously print it out, put into, and then create my reading journal based on that. Okay, and I think that that's all that I really have right now to do. The only other thing was going to be for social media, and that is going, that I'm probably going to have like a separate, oh, hold on, wait a minute. My social media, here we go. I almost forgot. Okay, so this is kind of like my list before I create my planning page. So this way I can be able to write in, these are the videos that I need to do. And it's just going to be really easy for me to color it in. And then that way when the video is done, I can check it off. I'm going to have to do that tonight now. So that way I could properly check it off. But this way I have everything written down here. And this was just basically created like during a working Zoom. And this also has like some of, like, there was a video on here that, well, there's actually technically 2 videos on this list that I'm not going to put onto this one just because it's not necessary, because I've either recorded them or I'm recording it now. But then this way, as the week goes on, I can be able to add videos. And if like a new idea comes up, I can be able to write it on there. So this I no longer need. But now I can be able to kind of take the social media and decide, okay, when do I want to record these? And I'll probably end up doing like something on the very bottom to write in when I want to record. So tomorrow, and again, since this is pre-planning, this is kind of also like sets a goal that I want to do. So I'm telling myself that on Monday, my goal is to record the daily for the upcoming weekend. My goal for Tuesday is going to be recording a flip through. And this also helps me because there's some days that are a little bit busier for me and I don't necessarily have a lot of time for recording. So I can be able to kind of plan the easier videos for days like that. And this is when I have to remember, take it off of the discs. So this way I have my videos pre-planned all the way through the 3rd. And I know, okay, you know, it's, in order for me to stay on track, in order for me to meet my goals, this is what I have to be able to record. Now there may be a day, maybe on Monday I end up recording 2 days. I end up recording 2 videos. Well, I could be able to do this one and then also say, you know what, I'm going to record my dashboard, or I'm going to record my vertical instead. So it also helps me kind of plan out, if there's a day that I can be able to do more, what can I knock off of other days? So we are going to leave it at that. And then basically, like I had mentioned before, as I go through each day, if there's something that I need to, if there's something that I need to add to it, I have my colors, I have filler paper that I can put it on. This page right here will most likely end up going into my Franken planner, just so that way I can have that on me. And that way, like if videos come up, it's really easy for me just to do it. But I'll kind of see what works best for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this kind of helped you out. If you have any questions about pre-planning, or if you have any thoughts or ideas for how you could make pre-planning work for you, drop them in the comments. I would love to hear them. And definitely check out the Simply Layout, because this has become seriously one of my absolute favorite planners. This is actually one that I use for work as well, and I adore it. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.